they were all on that side. So we regrouped and started that way and drove them to the center.
Started excluding them to one part.
Yeah, and then we caught them that way.
Dang.
Yeah, the glue boards that they had out. This is like the third set of glue boards that they put out, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Because they were getting full. The glue boards were getting full of mice, so they had to keep replacing the glue boards of so many mice they were getting caught.
You could sell the product that way. It's like, you don't have to use as many stations, or you don't have to use as many glue boards, because you can put glue boards where you know they're going to be, instead of putting them where you don't.
Well, what we were concerned with is, we didn't want to tell, like somebody like Western, like, hey, stop using your bait stations or things like that, because sometimes that's your first line of defense against them, right? I mean, it's the money maker for them.
Yeah.
So we figured, we can enhance those tools with our product.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that my product alone is going to be the one that takes care of it all. Honestly, I could probably, after this is flushed out and they're all gone, I could probably go around and put my product everywhere and they probably won't come back. But for maintenance-wise and keeping the contract and making some money, you want to still keep using your bait stations and whatnot. Okay. But that's just a tool that they have in their pocket, that they can think about, they can know, they can guarantee themselves that the problem will be handled. In a safe manner too. And especially like if the owners here were worried about their animals, you're using a product that isn't going to harm them in any way.
Yeah. That's really great.
For running up and down these pipes, right? What we did is they didn't set any of the T-Rex traps out, but what I did, they came in afterwards. What we did is the day we were here when we set out the product is I put some product out there just so they could see how it would work and they could see the reaction, from the mice, from the rats. And come over here and you can see what I did. So I put product right here, and I put product right there, and I put some product up there. You see these marks right here? This is from a rat coming into the product and spreading it. That's how much
marks, the little string.
You see this here? This is all our product, but I didn't do that. That's from a rat spreading it.
You didn't put that there?
No.
Oh, wow.
A rat spread that around. And he did this. I don't know if you can kind of see the marks up here, the dry marks, the black marks.
Yeah, I can see it.
You see them?
Looks a little moist.
Yeah, he went all the way this way. So we would have had some kind of a T-Rex here when we did it. Good chance you would have caught these guys.
Yeah.
And over here, they basically came in contact with it everywhere I put it. I put some up there. You can see the rub marks back there behind the line, the Smithfield line. See it right there? See all those rub marks up there?
Oh, yeah.
These were all their paths of travel that they were using, and that's what I was just trying to tell Mike. It's okay, Mike, when you stand here, when you look at this place, it's just a highway. I go, what do you want to do with it? You can't put out 1,000 of these T-Rex, right? You got to have them at certain locations, But what are you going to do to make them come to your T-Rex?
Oh, yeah, you put
You see that there?
The top one's disturbed, the other two aren't.
So I said, what are you going to do? What could you do to make them come to your T-Rex? I mean, it's really all by chance.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's all by chance if they come into it or not, right? I said, Mike, using this product, you can drive them into a certain area. If you set a bunch of T-Rexes on that side, or if you start putting the product in the center and work your way out and you have the T-Rexes at the ends, chances are you're going to catch them all there at the end. Or if you want to corral them to the center, same thing. It's the same scenario. You're in control of them and you're going to drive them in the direction that you want. Other than them coming in contact with it, that it irritates them enough that they fall. But then you've got the secondary traps on the floor too.
Right.
You've got your bait boxes, you got your snap traps, and you got your glue boards also. And that day that we were catching the mice, Mike said he walked around with another one of his coworkers, and we weren't done yet. He said in the 2 hours we were here, he saw that there was more than 100 mice on the glue boards, and 3 baby rats. Nice. So I said, Mike, give me a gauge. Is that something you've seen? Is that good? Is that bad? What do you think? He goes, that's unheard of. That's great. And I'm like, well, I'm good. I'm glad to hear, we were able to help in a certain way. I go, but, these results will not always be typical. This just happens to be the thing for this kind of a job. I mean, look at this place.
Yeah.
The food source here is endless. When there's animals here and people here, I mean, it's just endless here. So with this, I was trying to show Mike is I only did it in certain locations because you don't. I mean, you're not going to do the whole pipe. I mean, that'd be too much. But you could space it out. Like this is a transfer point. You know, either direction that they can go to. And I was saying, hit every transfer point. You know, spaced about every 12 feet is what they are. I go, you can either have a T-Rex on that side, or you can only drive them onto one single line so that they'll stay off the other lines and keep your T-Rexes up there. So they were pretty happy. You see that right up there?
The T-Rex?
No, the product right there.
Oh, uh-huh.
On the right.
Yeah, that's something that a rat did. That's not, I didn't put that product there. They came into contact with it up here, if you can see it up here.
Yeah, I see it.
Where they removed a lot of it. That was a rodent coming into contact with that. These T-Rexes came in after we had already put the product. Yeah. This is actually probably not a good location for a T-Rex.
Because on either side.
They're never going to get to it.
Yeah.
They'll turn around from that side or that side. But his guys that are doing this, they probably don't know yet about this stuff.
So it eliminates a lot of guesswork.
Yes. Yeah, because it gives you. I was trying to show them it gives you the power for you to control it a little more.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you said, it does eliminate a lot of the guesswork.
Yeah.
You know, you're not hoping that they'll come into contact with it. You can almost force them to come into contact with it.
Force them into
Right.
a certain spot. Yeah.
Yeah, you can control it the best you can under the circumstances.
Right.
You know. You know, there's always other variables. They can run out that way. They can run out that way. You know.
So was this kind of like a test location for you guys to be able to have a test?
Well, this was we've done a test not on this scale, but we did like some tests like at a Home Depot in like a garden center. There was tons of bird feed seeds that they were getting into. They were just having major problems. So we kind of did the same operation there. We kind of knew what we could do with them, you know, and we were pretty successful in catching them. Here we were just excited because of the sheer size, so the challenge.
Yeah,
so it was good.
It's a big challenge.
Yeah, we liked it because of the challenge.
And I haven't seen one rat or mouse alive here today.
No, so when we came Friday, so we installed it last Tuesday. We came Friday. We went to the stables that we didn't touch. We didn't do anything. This is the only one that we treated. We went over there and we could still see mice running around and whatnot with none of our product.
Okay.
And then we checked another one, the same thing. You could still see some mice running around. But then we came here and there was nothing. It was just completely empty. No one's to say that the product, I'm not going to say we caught all of them, but you know, they hit the product and probably ran away somewhere else.
Yeah.
But what they did is they stayed out of the area.
Right.
You know,
So you're excluding
I mean, I'm sure that the fact that there isn't food here is one of the reasons they're not here. But I'd also like to think it's because of what we did is that they're not here. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that I was successful in driving them out of their nest. That run from that end, I mean, all the way to the other side. And they brought us here because this is the largest stable. Yeah, this is the largest one. Yeah. So they figured this would be a good area to try it. And sure enough, I mean, you could do, when I was on that side doing it, I sent Richard to this side to stand here and watch them run at him. Because we were sealing up the holes on that side. And I said, Richard, let me know if they come out here on this end. Sure enough, they were just coming this way. Trying to run away from the product as much as you can.
So you should have had glue boards all the way across?
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
No. It's just they only had one guy here, and we jumped the gun too fast, and the product started working right away. It riled them up like right away.
This is a learning process for us too. I mean, we're learning on everything that we do.
Yeah.
That's why we kind of brainstormed on how to handle the one where they're not at right now. Yeah, how we were going to do that one.
That's crazy. It's just like an instant effect.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.